Joining us now is Bicol Saro Representative Terry Ridon, one of the House prosecutors in the impeachment trial of Vice President Sara Duterte.
Hi,
Kong,
Kong.
thank you for joining us.
Magandang umaga. Maraming salamat sa pag-imbita.
All right, Kong, well, now that the Senate has finally convened as the impeachment court, no, what comes next? What can we expect?
Inaasahan ho natin within 10 days yung pong answer ni Vice President Sara Duterte. After which, pagka meron na pong sagot, sasagot naman po ang prosecution panel within 5 days. No? After which, magkakaroon na po ng pre-trial. Yung pre-trial po, ito na po yung magtatakda kung alin ho yung mga dokumento, ebidensya na hindi na ho kailangan na pagdebatihan pa during the course of the trial. Basically, kung ano ho yung pwedeng pag-agrihan po ng mga ebidensya no pong depensa at prosecution. So, yun po yung stage yan and inaantay din po natin yung binabanggit po niya Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano doon po sa yung pong calendars no.
Okay.
Nito pong schedule of all the proceedings po ng impeachment trial.
There was several legal luminaries who were asking, yung medyo peculiar daw yung hiningian ng comment din or yung reply yung prosecution team given na basically, yung gusto nyong sabihin, nandun na daw sa evidence. Dapat daw, standardly, dapat si VP Sara lang daw hiningian ng comment.
Hindi rin naman. It is nothing out of the ordinary kasi syempre baka may mga bago din pong binanggit, no? Si VP Sara doon po sa kanya pong answer na maganda din pong makapag-komento at makapag-reply yung pong prosecution panel para basically tapos na tapos po. Yung pong mga pleadings between the parties.
Well, should the public expect additional evidence or witnesses that have not yet been disclosed?
Yung pong mga dagdag naman pong mga ebidensya, yan po yung mga hindi po nagawa no, during the House Justice Committee proceedings. Yung una, yung pong unsealing po ng BRR box. Pangalawa, yung po opening po ng mga bank accounts no at Vice President Sara Duterte at ng kanya pong asawa kasi diyan lang po sa level po ng trial pwede pong gawin yung dalawang bagay po na ito.
And also, could you also educate us or perhaps give us clarification on the what is the legal significance of the prosecution panel appearing before the impeachment court formally, no, officially appearing before the impeachment court yesterday?
Well, hindi ko kami natuloy kahapon. Supposedly, we wanted to be there to give respect no, to the proceedings itself and also to give respect to the Senate Impeachment Court. No? Kasi, syempre sa amin po nagmula yung po articles of impeachment. So, rightfully, dapat po maganda nandun din po kami. But very efficient po yung proseso kahapon. Ano? So, it did not require our presence naman po. So, ultimately, nagpapasalamat po kami sa Senado dahil they had convened forthwith ito pong impeachment trial po na ito.
Kung baka naman you could shed some light on this kasi isa pa pinagdidebatihan nila sa Senado po yung usapin ng should a senator or senator judge be allowed to give in their verdict through electronic means, no? Siguro this is pertaining to Senator Bato de la Rosa in case na he can't be physically present during the trial, makakast ng kanyang yung vote through electronic. Is this allowed, Kong?
I think it is something that was being proposed no in the last week. Pero wala pa naman hong pagkakapinal po dyan po sa bagay po na yan. No? Pero I think very important ho na in-person po yung voting for such a very important proceeding. No? So we will leave it to them to make their own rules po on the matter. Pero I think as we speak, wala pa naman pong voting or participation through electronic means.
Ay, Kong, by the way, ano po yung final designation natin sa mga sa teams nyo dito sa impeachment, articles of impeachment?
Well, yung pong mga prosecutors po hinati-hati na po yan doon sa iba't ibang mga articles, no? So, for example, I can speak for myself. Ako na po yung kasama doon sa unexplained wealth at confidential funds misuse. Pero yung po nga pagkakahati-hati po kasi depende yun doon sa laki po nung article, no? Based on documents, witnesses, and evidence. No? So, for example, sa unexplained wealth, mas marami pong mga nakatoka na mga prosecutors doon as against, for example, yung pong threats against the president kasi mas ilan lang naman ho yung pong mga dokumento at ebidensya po on threats, no, compared to unexplained wealth.
Kung what other preparations po is the prosecution panel is doing, especially in terms of yung pagdating po sa mismong korte, no? Kasi I understand, well, all of you po are lawyers, hindi po lahat masyado, kumbaga parang hindi naman po lahat po kayo nagpa-practice na everyday tungkol po sa mga proseso sa korte. So, meron po ba kayong mga kinakausap din ng mga iba pang lawyers regarding this?
Well, diyan po papasok yung kahalagahan po ng private prosecutors, no. So, tumutulong din po sila doon sa paghahanda para sa kaso. At syempre, pati doon ho sa trial, yung tinatawag na trial technique. So, may paghahanda rin po kami patungkol po dito kasi syempre, kahalinhinan po namin private prosecutors doon po sa pag-direct or cross-examine ng mga witnesses po during the trial proper.
And how significant is the role of Congressman Chel Jokno here, no? Knowing na siya po ay bihasa po sa mga ganitong klaseng proseso?
Well, malaki po yung kanya pong papel dito. Kasi syempre, before naman going to Congress,
Opo.
siya po ay practicing lawyer, no?
Yes.
So, kasama din po siya doon sa makakapagbigay po ng tips, no, at knowledge doon po sa trial techniques. Dahil pinagdadaanan po niya ito doon sa kanya pong law practice.
What about expenses po? Meron po bang significant amount po na nilalaan na budget ang House Prosecution Panel pagdating po dito sa impeachment?
Well, within the budget naman po of the House itself, no, yung pong pondo na ginagamit po doon sa impeachment preparations and on this impeachment effort, no. So there's nothing extraneous to the current budget po of the House that is being spent on the impeachment effort po natin.
And Kong, given yung, yung numbers ngayon sa Senado, I believe majority is 12 and then 11 yung sa minority, and we all know kung ano yung political alliances nila. How confident is the prosecution team na the evidence can sway a few from the other side, maybe to give a positive or a guilty verdict on your part?
Ultimately po, all we have is basically the evidence, no, to convince the Senate and judges to act on whether to convict or to acquit the Vice President. No? So, kung they will base it on their evidence and they will base it on their conscience, hopefully, talaga pong magiging conviction po yung magiging ending po nito pong impeachment trial po na ito.
I remember talking to you about this, Kong, na ang bise naman pagdating dito sa impeachment trial na to, pwede siya hindi umattend. Pero po ngayon na meron pong writ of summons mula po sa mismong Senate Impeachment Court, ito po ba ay nangangahulugan na ito po mandatory na dapat nandoon siya mag-take ng stand habang nililitis po yung kanyang kaso? Or okay lang yung abogado niya to be present there?
Tama po yun. Pwede hong yung abogado lang po niya yung maging present, no, doon po sa kabuuan po ng trial. Nakadepende po sa pangalang Pangulo at sa kanya pong defense team kung ano po yung pinakamaganda po para sa kanila, kung mas maganda ho bang naroon siya or kung will she take the witness stand during the course of the proceedings, no. So we will leave it to them po. Sa dulo naman ho, it is her right to be there or not to be there.
Pero kung may pagkakataon po na siya po ay talagang papuntahin ng Senate Impeachment Court, obligahin na pumunta doon at hindi siya pumunta, ano po yung maaaring mangyari?
Hindi ko alam. I don't think it is in the rules that they can actually oblige the accused or the respondent, no, to appear before the Senate Impeachment Court. Kasi, syempre, there is the right against self-incrimination. So, pahala po ang defense panel to make that determination. I don't think the impeachment court itself will order anyone to actually take the stand.
And of course, nagiging, baka naman you could also give your 2 cents worth on this. Pinag-uusapan rin ngayon among legal experts is, what if during the trial, si VP Sara, I'm sure you've heard of this, and I'm sure you've talked about this, VP Sara resigns in the middle of the trial. should the impeachment court continue with the trial or parang given na hindi na dapat ituloy?
Well, ultimately, ang magpapasya po dyan yung impeachment court itself na, no? Kung magpapatuloy pa rin sila o hindi, no? Kasi, syempre, meron hong actual na debate, no? Kung pag ba nag-resign na, dapat pa bang magtuloy o hindi? Or kahit mag-resign pa, may pinag-uusapan hong perpetual disqualification from holding public office, no? So, I think that is ultimately going to be decided not by the prosecution or by the defense, but by the Senate impeachment court already. No? So we will leave it to them when we reach that point.
Well, finally, what would you say to Filipinos who are closely watching this process, who have become skeptical about this na because of what happened in the past days? Ano po ba yung kanilang dapat malaman?
Well, very important po yung participation po ng ating po mga kababayan dito sa bagay po na ito, whether for or against the Vice President. No? Kasi mahalaga po na wag ho natin pabayaan lang po yung mga politiko, yung mga kongresista, senador, impeachable officials, no? Na lang po ang lumalahok dito sa bagay na ito. Kasi sa dulot-dulo naman po, ito po ay tungkol sa ating lahat. No? So, yung po accountability ng public officials po natin at malaki po yung papel ng mga kababayan po natin dito mismo.
All right. With that, thank you very much for your time, Bicol Saro Representative Terry Ridon, for joining us on the show.
Good morning.
Good morning. Maraming salamat.